A Russian tank's gun barrel is purportedly seen knocking multiple Russian soldiers off the top of a nearby armored vehicle in a video shared online by Ukrainian officials. The Ukrainian Ministry of Defense shared a video of the tank mishap to Twitter on Friday while mocking the Russian military by suggesting that incompetence from its own tank operators represented the biggest threat to Russian troops. The biggest threat to mobilized Russian infantry are mobilized Russian tankmen, the ministry commented while tweeting the 52-second video. The clip, accompanied by an upbeat, silly soundtrack, as well as a laugh track, shows what is purportedly a Russian tank maneuvering between two armored vehicles. As the tank moved to pass one of the vehicles, its protruding gun barrel is positioned to pass over the top of it. Multiple soldiers sitting on top of the vehicle do not react before the gun barrel slowly knocks them off. One of the fallen troops appears to be injured and is seen having difficulty getting up, while the others do so quickly and move along, running away from the vehicle at the end of the video. The Russia-Ukraine war is now in its 12th month. It is not clear when or where the tank video was recorded. The media has reached out to the Russian Ministry of Defense for comment. Friday was far from the first time that Ukraine has attempted to ridicule the Russian military by sharing unflattering videos during the war, with incidents involving tanks being a recurring theme. Last month, the Ukrainian Ministry of Defense shared to Twitter a video purportedly showing a Russian tank being transported by train tumbling off and landing upside down. "Not that we are complaining," the ministry commented alongside the video. "But in the future, we ask that the Russians be more careful when unloading military equipment. And to remember that every armored vehicle is potential Lend-Lease equipment for Numberu Army." The video was accompanied by the sounds of Yakety Sax, also known as the Benny Hill Show theme song. It was unclear when and where the video was recorded. Sharing videos that appear to ridicule Russian tank mishaps has not been the exclusive domain of the Ukrainian military. In September, a popular video posted to the Caliber Obscura Twitter page showed what was purportedly a Russian tank comically crashing into a tree while fleeing battle. The video, which also uses Yakety Sax for musical accompaniment, shows the purported Russian tank driving down a street before spotting what is said to be a Ukrainian soldier. Russian soldiers on the outside of the tank are then seen jumping into the street while the tank continues down the road before swerving and crashing into the tree. The Ukrainian military as of Friday claimed to have destroyed a staggering 3,128 Russian tanks over the course of the war, according to a Facebook post from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin's persistence in Ukraine has been likened to throwing meat into the grinder by one former United States lawmaker, who also added that it's only getting worse. Richard Ojeda served in the U.S. Army from 1989 to 2014, reaching the rank of major before transitioning to the political realm. He was later elected to the House of Representatives as a Democrat from West Virginia's 7th Congressional District, serving from 2016 to 2019. He also launched a brief unsuccessful presidential campaign in 2020, followed by an unsuccessful run for the U.S. Senate. Since the start of the conflict last year, Ojeda has been outspoken in his support of Ukraine against the invading Russian forces, frequently using his military background to weigh in on new developments. On Saturday, the former lawmaker shared an up-to-date graphic from the Kyiv Independent detailing Russia's mounting losses in the conflict, offering a grim assessment of where the country stands. "These losses are unsustainable," Ojeda wrote. "Putin is throwing meat into the grinder and it's only getting worse. Tanks are about to be injected into this war that are far more capable than that of Russia's. Russia was a paper tiger, and Ukraine proved that." The graphic from the Kyiv Independent is updated daily with new statistics from the Ukrainian army. As of Saturday, Russian forces had notably lost approximately 125,510 soldiers, up 800 from Friday, as well as 4 additional tanks and 26 additional fuel transport vehicles. As Ojeda mentioned, the Ukrainian armed forces are set to receive a major influx of highly sought-after tanks as part of new military aid packages, including 31 M1 Abrams tanks from the US and 14 Leopard tanks from Germany and 14 Challenger 2 tanks from the UK. These announced shipments followed an impassioned plea from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, calling on allies to provide tanks. "I could thank you hundreds of times, and it would be absolutely just and fair, given all that we have already done," Zelensky said during the summit on January 20th. "But hundreds of thanks are not hundreds of tanks. All of us can use thousands of words in discussions, but I cannot put words instead of the guns that are needed against Russian artillery, or instead of the anti-aircraft missiles that are needed to protect people from Russian airstrikes." Russia, for its part, has been dismissive of the new shipment of tanks to Ukraine, vowing that American tanks without any doubt will be destroyed as all other samples of NATO military equipment, in a statement provided to the media. Thanks for joining us for this episode of War Zone. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Please watch one of these episodes next and we'll see you next time.